Hello, Anomaly here. Welcome to another Quick Bites video. Today we're going to be going over Essence Font and a couple of key things about how Essence Font ticks, works, and what does it do for you. So let's get started. First up, what are we going to cover today? Just a couple of quick topics. We're going to do a quick overview of the Essence Font tooltip, give you an idea of what it reads, how to read it. We're going to go over how Essence Fonts picks its targets. It is a little bit more interesting of a spell, so we'll go over that real quick. Finally, we'll talk about the Essence Font HOTS and exactly how you utilize them and why we consider it somewhat important to track these HOTS on your frames. So first up, let's read through the tooltip. Of course, Essence Font. It's a large channel, costs about 7% of your base mana, has a 12-second cooldown, and essentially unleashes a rapid twirl of healing bolts at up to 6 allies within 30 yards every 1 second for 3 seconds. Each bolt, heals, and then at level 34, you gain rank 2 Essence Font, which applies a hot after each bolt hits a target. Keep that in mind. This channel is affected by haste, so that 1 second is, of course, at 0% haste, but as you gain more haste, the channel will speed up. So just a large heal. Hits about 6 people around you, or 6 targets around you every second for 3 seconds. This is, of course, our AoE heal from a raid perspective. So moving on, how does Essence Font, casting and targeting actually work? So Essence Font tries to heal 6 unique targets every second of the channel. So every second you're main channeling, it will try and pick 6 unique targets. If there are not 6 unique targets in range, as it goes to trigger those, a bolt is just not fired. You lose out on that bolt healing. A target can be hit by 2 or more bolts over the full Essence Font channel, but never in the same second, meaning you could be hit by a bolt, at the first tick of 6 bolts, and at the last tick for basically 2 times over the course of the channel. We'll sort of try and demonstrate that below. Finally, Essence Font is not a smart heal, but it will prioritize injured targets over uninjured targets. Again, really no smart healing in the Monk toolkit, but we will continue to sort of reinforce this point. And then as the caster, you're always an eligible target for Essence Font and its bolt healing. So real quick, I wanted to try and demonstrate how this actually worked. So we have our timeline here. We have basically a unhasted channel of it. So 3 seconds through the channel, we will get 3 essentially events from a healing perspective. The first event, there are, of course, 6 eligible targets in range. That's targets A, B, C, D, E, and F. They are hit by 6 bolts that go out. All bolts are used. All eligible targets are hit. And the next second, 2 additional targets enter. That is G and H. And they are, of course, hit by bolts, along with, second hits for A, E, D, and F. Again, 6 bolts are fired because there are 6 or more eligible targets in range. In the final second, somehow a bunch of people run away, no longer in range. Again, now there are only 5 eligible targets in range. A, B, E, F, and D. We lost C somewhere along the way. And of course, in this second, only 5 bolts are fired. So keep that in mind. Essentially, it checks every second if there are 6 eligible targets in range, and will fire up to 6 bolts at those targets. Now, how do we utilize the hot portion of the bolt and the potential interaction with Mastery? First up, Essence Font does not trigger our Mastery Gust to Miss. Essence Font does not scale with Mastery, does not interact with Mastery. Does not gain any healing from Mastery while you cast it. So again, Essence Font really has nothing to do with Mastery. More Mastery does not make Essence Font heal for more. However, Essence Font does leave a hot on each person that's hit by a bolt. That's the rank 2, level 34 ability. What happens is if you trigger a Gust to Miss proc on a target with an Essence Font hot, Gust to Miss will trigger twice, is sort of the way this works. And a Gust to Miss proc is, of course, healing somebody directly with Vivify, or, casting or renewing Mist on someone directly, the typical ways you would trigger Gust to Miss. I've provided sort of a quick example. So here you are, you're a happy-go-lucky Mistweaver, and you have a target you're trying to heal. That target has an Essence Font bolt in them. So, of course, you target them, you cast Vivify, and what do you think ends up happening? Well, of course, you get 1 Gust to Miss proc, but you also get a second because they have that Essence Font hot on them. So that's scenario 1. Pretty straightforward. Scenario 2 is we have another target, another injured ally, they do not have an Essence Font taunt on them. So of course you target them, you need to top them off. You hit them with a Vivify, of course. What do you think happens? Only a single Gust of Mist is triggered. So keep that in mind. This is why Essence Font hot chasing is sort of a concept we talk about in Peak, and why it's important. You basically get a free additional trigger of your mastery, Gust of Mist. Well, guys, that's it. That's your quick overview of Essence Font. Hope you enjoyed it. And let me know if there's anything else you'd like to see from a spell. Just a quick bites, any other spells, interactions, or other monk mechanics. Thanks for watching.